Hello, Nixie here, and welcome to Dino Crisis, and welcome back to YouTube, I guess. I've probably come at the worst time ever to start making gaming videos again. I'm not entirely sure if you guys have heard about this whole... I hope that you couldn't hear that. I'm going to have to turn that down. Yeah. I'm actually using a new way of recording, and so I'm just testing it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this video. I hope I will do. If you do hear some rustling, it's because... I've got Mikado, the dime version of Mikado. If you don't know what Mikado is, good God, you haven't lived. Mikado is basically like this thin, how to describe it? It's like a thin stick of biscuit, and then it's coated in chocolate. Excuse me. And then the dime version has got like little nuggets of really hard caramel, I think it is. And it's just so lovely. It's the sex. Yeah, so past the whole Mikado situation, as I was saying, I've probably come at a worse time. Couldn't have come at a worse time when it comes to making gaming videos on YouTube, as this whole copyright malarkey is just cropped up, and everyone's getting copyright notices over there over the smallest pathetic little things on their gaming videos, which as usual, Google is trying to ruin YouTube. I mean, are we surprised all Google cares about is profit, but then they're ignorant in the fact that they're probably killing off a large chunk of their money right now, because they're making money off of the monetized videos that are now getting copyright notices, which means that the partners that made the videos in the first place won't be making any money off of those videos, neither will Google, and in fact it will go to the publisher. So they've been a bit ignorant in that department, but there you go. That's Google for you. I mean, they had to force users to use Google Plus, their fake, crappy copy of Facebook, just to get it a bit popular. Because I'm sure beforehand there was all of 2 users who actually worked at Google using it. So yeah. So I don't really monetize any of my videos. I'm not affiliated with any of the I don't know what you'd call them, like companies like TGN, IGN, and all the others. VGA. No, that's the Video Game Awards. But you know what I mean. I'm not affiliated with any of them. I'm just a YouTube partner, and I was pretty shocked that I even got a YouTube partnership. But even though I've made like no money, so, and not being affiliated with anyone, most of my videos aren't monetized. Either one, because I haven't monetized them, or 2, I've tried to, and then I have to prove that the content is mine, and you have to wait about like a bazillion months to even get it approved. And at the end of the day, I mean, this doesn't really affect me because I'm not actually getting any money off of the monetized videos really anyway, and I'm not a very popular YouTuber, so it's not affecting me, but it is affecting those that actually make a living on YouTube, and I'm not jealous or envious of them. I do feel sorry for them, because that's how they make their living, and I wish I could make a living off of just making YouTube videos. Honestly, that'd be the dream. I'd be living the dream, but I don't. So I think I've made like $10, and it's really weird how the system works, because when you go and look on your Google money account or whatever, I've actually only made like 50p, which really doesn't. The whole estimation system is a bit flawed, if that's how much I've really earned. It doesn't make much sense whatsoever, but there you go. But hopefully this whole copyright malarkey is sorted out soon, because, you know, some people do make a living from doing their gaming videos, and like I said, they're living the dream. I'd love to be able to do that, and I hope that it's all sorted out for them, because it's not exactly... If that's their livelihood, and that's how they've been living, you know, that you're sort of destroying people's livelihoods there. But then again, when has Google ever had any consideration for the modern man and woman and people, the public? I mean, you know, Google doesn't care. They've pretty much proved that with their whole mandatory shitty YouTube updates that have destroyed the site. What I do find a bit unfair and a bit sickening, because I'm pretty sure this is, well, from what the videos I've watched and from what I've seen, it seems as though people that have a large fan base and we're talking in the millions, who do gaming videos don't seem to be affected at all because their affiliates, like TGN or IGN, they're protecting them at the moment, which means that they can keep doing their videos and making money. Now, what I find very sickening is that's not exactly fair on the other people that don't have like 1 million subscribers, that have maybe 300,000 or 15,000. How is it fair that they get put down as not top priority, and then their video they have to work out the whole copyright issues themselves? That's not fair on them. And it's sickening because clearly all the affiliates and Google care about is the people that make the most money. And as usual, money is the thing that makes the world go round, because that's how shitty a society we live in today. But I find it sickening how, like, and I'm making an assumption here, but if you look on, like, PewDiePie, for instance, he hasn't talked about, from what I've seen, he hasn't talked about this whole copyright thing. It's not exactly fair if he gets to still make money off his videos just because he's the most subscribed YouTuber in existence. I find that very sickening, that just because he has that many subscribers he should be treated like a little angel and he should still make his money. There's plenty of other people out there that deserve to make the money. Frankly, I've never liked PewDiePie, and I'm not being a hater, as people would call it, yeah, I won't go into what I was about to call people that use hater. But, you know, it's not right that just because he has that many subscribers, he should be unaffected. We're all the same at the end of the day. Celebrities are just people too, and they're not gods that some people make them out to be. They're just people. They're nothing special. And PewDiePie is the same, and I don't believe that he should be treated any differently. He should be getting this whole copyright crap if everyone else has to suffer from it. So should he. But yeah, I think it's sickening how I don't believe he's had any trouble, because he hasn't been complaining about this whole copyright thing, which is surprise, surprise. I could be wrong, but when I looked on his channel, he didn't seem to have been complaining about it, and other popular 2 million plus people hadn't been complaining about it, which, like I said, is sickening. But then again, I could be wrong. Maybe he has had a few copyright notices. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, it's not hard to figure out that he probably is pretty alright because of his large fan base, and that's not right to me. Just because you have a large fan base and you make a lot of money doesn't mean you should be taken out the equation when it comes to this. If everyone's got to suffer copyright notices for playing games, then so should he. Then again, I know he plays a lot of games that aren't really what's the word I'm looking for? Like AAA games, like Assassin's Creed. Then again, he does play a few as well, because I've seen on my YouTube, makes me look at this what to watch as soon as I sign into YouTube, which I cannot stand looking at because all of the recommendations I don't even like. And PewDiePie comes up quite a few times, which is irritating because I don't like PewDiePie. So, yeah, that's my rant out the way, I guess. But I just find that sickening. And, yeah, so I won't go into it more, because if people do watch this and they're a PewDiePie fan, they may start crying because I'm hating on him. Even though, really, I'm just giving my opinion. And everyone's got a right to an opinion. Well, I mean, if the world was controlled by Google, nobody would be able to have their own opinion. It would just be, if you make a lot of money, we like you! Yeah! If you don't, we don't give a crap about you. But anyway, so as you can see, we're playing Dino Crisis. And the reason I'm finally being able to play one of my most favourite games ever in existence is because I have managed to fix the PS2. And when I say fix, I don't want to sound like a technician. I literally just opened it up and cleaned this dust out of it, and apparently it seemed to work. And that guy right there on the floor, that is what happens, kids, when you eat too many jalapenos, or jalapenos. If anyone gets that jalapenos reference, I love you. Please tell me if you did get it. Nobody's probably going to get it, But if you do, please tell me, because I love you. But yes, if you eat too many jalapenos or jalapenos, this is what happens. You explode on the inside. And I don't think you want to explode on the inside, do you? Now, how do we get to the settings on this game? I don't think I can actually get to them now. Ah, here we go. I'm going to turn off... Right, what is BGM and what is SC? Sound effects and BGM, I'm guessing, is big game music. I'm not entirely sure. Let me just plug in my earphones so I know. And we'll just yeah, because as I said, this whole copyright issue, it has hit me too, but not in a way I really give, not in a way I really care. The only games that have been copyrighted for me is Medal of Honor. A large chunk of my Medal of Honor games, I did them in 4 years ago, 5 years ago. A game that isn't making any money for EA anymore. Medal of Honor Frontline. But of course, you know, why should we pretend that they're nice guys? All they care about is the money, and if they can squeeze that little extra out of a game they don't give two shits anymore about, well, why should I be surprised? I don't think that sentence made too much sense, but there you go. So red, blue, green, and white. I kind of forgotten the code to this. Right, so we need to get blue in the middle, and then we need to change green with white. I used to get really frustrated having to wait, because the whole which button would you like to press takes forever to sort of pop up, so I sort of spammed the X button and ended up swapping over the wrong ones, which was not a good idea. But yeah, so other than Medal of Honor Frontline, and all of it was to do with the gameplay music, which I'm quite surprised because I thought it was just standard music. Apparently it has a composer to it, and if that happens, then I may be... I don't know if it was just because of that certain composer, but hopefully it doesn't happen with the other video games, because usually music like in Final Fantasy 12 and 13 hasn't got any singing on it, so usually it doesn't get copyrighted. But I'm not sure now if they're going to upload the composer's soundtrack, or the whole game soundtrack, and then you get copyrighted that way. I do hope that doesn't happen, but it could. It may well happen, which would really suck if it did, because all of my games so far would probably be copyrighted, and it's a shame because Final Fantasy 12 and 13 have some beautiful soundtracks, and I'd hate for them to be copyrighted. But hopefully they're not. What's really funny actually is one of the videos that did get pulled up was Final Fantasy 13. It's the episode that has the most views, probably because it was titled Sex Noises. And it's ironic that the one with the most views has been chucked up for copyright, which is not surprising to me. Oh god, his body's been dragged, I forgot about that. So we're running away from this because I don't want to attack it. I'm on normal, I don't have many bullets. We're limited here, people. Okay, this is survival horror. And I love this bit because you think you've escaped it, but no, this Velociraptor's having none of it. This Velociraptor, it can jump. It can jump high walls. But no worries, because we can run through here and it can't jump this one. Oh. But anyway, yeah. So Final Fantasy 13 Sex Noises was the title of the video. And basically what they're doing is they can't copyright the gameplay, because each gameplay is different. If they were copyrighting the gameplay of each different person, and obviously the gameplay is always fueled by the person playing the game. So each gameplay is very, very unique, individual, and the only way that they could do it is to literally have an exact copy of the video of the gameplay, every move they did, every step they made. So they can't do that, but what they can do is they can chuck up, because they don't really own the gameplay, because you need the user's interface to actually make the gameplay happen. So they can't really copyright that. What they can copyright though is the video, like movie scenes like this, for instance. I'd say would be classified as a movie scene, or a little scene in the game. And this doesn't change. This is the same every game, every gameplay, every run through, every speed run. It'll always be the same, this scene. Which means they can upload that into the copyright bot, or whatever you want to call it, and then it can flag that because it can match it up frame for frame. Which is what's happened with my Final Fantasy 13 video. And the only one that's been flagged, ironically, and it's, as I said, it's the one that has the most views out of the whole lot of them. And that's the only one that's been copyrighted, which is very interesting if you ask me. It makes me do the whole rub my chin as if I had a beard and a smart theorist moment. But that's the only one that has been copyrighted, and it's literally a scene between Lightning and Hope when Lightning decides, I don't like you, Hope, I'm going to ditch you. So yeah, so what I'm actually going to do is, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with this video. I guess it's a bit of a test. I'm going to upload this one, and I'm going to see if talking over the cutscenes, as you can see there was quite a few cutscenes at the beginning, if talking over them will stop this game getting copyright. It's not a strike, it's just a copyright notice, which means they can't monetize it. However, from what I've heard, Capcom and certain other game publishers have been defending Let's Players. I'm quite surprised Capcom had done that, to be honest. I didn't realise that they liked gamers, but yeah, apparently so. But Nintendo, as usual, being the douchebags, they're actually enforcing this whole copyright thing because they're sad, and apparently they don't realise that their image is very important, and they're really ruining it right now. But that said, if this one doesn't get copyrighted, it's probably because Capcom's cool. I'm not sure. I'm testing if talking over the entire cutscene helps in any way. I'm not sure if they match it up through the game talk, or if they match it up through. Oh, okay, this scene is completely quiet now because I turned off the BGM. That's not good. Or is it coming through here?
That's a great idea. But Cooper has
oh, it is.
radio,
So apparently my capture card has decided to put this on mono. So your left ears are probably going to be more attuned to this this video than the right ear, and I do apologise for that. I have to figure out what happened, and I think I've eaten all my Mikado, which is big sad face because this stuff is so yummy. Please say I have more. Please. No, come on. Oh, there's one last piece. That wasn't very satisfying because it was really puny. But yeah. So I'm going to see if that works. I'm hoping Square Enix won't be major douches. I mean, I guess I kind of expected it from Square Enix, because Square Enix have been a bit douchebaggery in the past. So I'm hoping that that's the only one that gets copyrighted. I really will be upset if my whole Final Fantasy 12... I mean, I don't make any money off of these videos. Like, I make a pittance off of these videos, so I couldn't really care less about the monetized thing. But I still don't want them getting copyright notices. And I really hope that the Final Fantasy 12 videos aren't copyrighted. And the problem is that the cutscene, there's so many cutscenes. Final Fantasy games are cutscene intensive, especially the later ones like Final Fantasy 13, 10, 12, 9, 7, 8. Actually, was 9 online? I can't remember. I'm not like a giant Final Fantasy buff. I just know 7, 13. Like, I know everything about 7, 13, and 13 too. So yeah, because those are my favourites, and the Final Fantasy 12 was the first one I played, and yeah. And I believe there's a plug in here, if I'm not mistaken, in this box. No, yeah, there we go. I knew it. No, okay, so let's turn this on. So I'm hoping that FF12 isn't copyrighted or copyright noticed. That's not even a word. I hope it doesn't get a copyright notice, because that would very much upset me. Because the Final Fantasy 12 Let's Play, although I know that it's still not finished, and I've been jumping back and forth for over a couple of years now, even uploading sections of it, it's still my most favourite game in the world. It always will be, and I'd hate for those videos. Well, I mean, I know they won't get brought down, but I still don't want Square Enix to be putting monetization adverts on them and monetizing it, because that's my hard work and that's my favourite game, and they don't deserve to make money off of it in the slightest. But sadly, it is a very cutscene intensive game at at most points during the story, there's a lot of cutscenes. And in fact, I do believe one of the episodes is completely a cutscene, episode. Surprisingly, though, that hasn't been the case with that game. And I think it's quite ironic and pathetic that they're even trying to do it with such old games, especially like this or Final Fantasy 12. You know, that era of games is over. They're not making any more money off of them. I mean, the people that still buy Final Fantasy 12, I think most of them will be pre-owned copies. I mean, I do plan on buying another copy myself just to make sure I have one for the future. And I also want to buy a Zodiac Job System copy. I'm hoping Amazon has one, and then I'll get the patch because I'd love to play the Zodiac Job System version of Final Fantasy 12. It looks beautiful, and so much. It's a lot more structured, but I never had a problem with the whole. You know, you can get everything on the license board. I kind of liked that, but it'd still be quite nice to have the whole system where you get to choose a job class for each one. So this is our first Dino encounter, and the reason I got the shotgun out is so I can dart him. And you have to do it really quick, otherwise he jumps at you and takes health away, and he can make you bleed. I learnt that the hard way. Excuse me. So now that we have done that, and he's in Slumberland, I don't believe these are super powerful antidotes, so we have to be quick. I don't believe I needed to read that, but oh well, I did anyway. Bye bye, Mr. Raptor. Have a nice sleep. We'll leave you to your dreams. If raptors do dreams, nobody knows. And we're going to leave this open and continue on. I'm not sure how long this episode is going to be. Probably 30 minutes, depending on how. Oh, excuse me. That was my throat. That was really odd. If you did hear that, this microphone has a tendency to pick up every bodily noise, which sounds really disgusting, but it's true. It does manage to pick up every bodily noise. When I've been on Skype with people and I started drinking, they're like, I can hear you swallowing. I'm just like, that's really creepy. Cool. And I keep doing it to freak them out, because I'm weird like that. So, yeah. But yeah, hopefully this whole copyright situation is, like, destroyed soon, because it's not right at all. And we're going to go and try, and I meant to press X there, we're going to try and get this gun part early. I have all the codes. I bought two I have 2 copies of the game. I have the original copy that I ever bought back in like 19 whatever, when this game first came out, when I was like 8 years old, and my dad said, yeah, sure, you can have Dino Crisis. I'm not joking, he bought me Dino Crisis, and like I was 8. This is what? Is this 7248? I'm not sure. I've got all the codes written here, because whoever owns the copy that I bought after left all the codes, wrote all the codes in the back, like you used to do with these sort of games, you know, when it required you to think and find codes. And god damn it, I don't believe I have the code for this one. That's a shame. This is a 4-digit code, right? 815. I bet people are like, no, it's this, but I found it. It's 8159, and it's for the Glock. It's to upgrade our handgun, which we need. We're going to upgrade our handgun. I don't plan on using many weapons. If I'm going to probably turn this into a full run. Oh my god! Excuse me there. So they can come out of this door, which is not good for me. So I have to be quick with this whole DDK malarkey. I do have the DDK device. Don't be lame. I have it somewhere. Where is it? Go back. Ah! Oops. Oops. What? I have. Yes, I will. Thank you. So the first one is head. Nah, sexual pun right there. And I spelt it wrong because I'm terrible. And I spelled it wrong again. And there we go. Head. Done. Done. I don't remember all of these codes, and sadly the person who wrote in this book didn't write them all down. In fact, he hadn't wrote any of them down. How dare he? But there you go. Oh no! Dead scientist dude. Well, he's not dead yet, but I kind of spoiled the next part. And I'm sure you can still hear this, so
Yes.
But yeah, I'm sorry if the lack of music in this game causes less immersion, but I'm gonna try and be careful, cautious with this whole copyright thing happening. I don't plan on monetizing these videos. I don't see myself really becoming super popular on YouTube, especially with my terrible track record of uploading videos, but I am going to try and change that. Hopefully in 2014 I'll be a lot more active. I'm going to be playing a lot more PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. One, because they're probably 10 times easier to actually get around copyright things because they're older. And two, because I blew up my HD PVR, and I was actually going to buy another one. I was going to buy one for Christmas. With Christmas present to me, which sounds really selfish, but it's not. Trust me, I swear. I please don't think I'm selfish. I'm not. I swear. But then this whole copyright thing came in, and I'm thinking, is it worth it? And I'm not going to buy one yet. The only reason I was actually going to buy it is because I wanted to start doing speed runs. So that's 7:05. Sorry, I need to concentrate for a second here, guys. It's serious time. 7:05 and 0:37. Okay, I can remember that. Yeah, alright. No. Don't you just love this, where you have to go into your menu? God, these old games. Back when you had to work for an achievement and progress. Back before games and publishers held your hand and said, "Come on this way. We'll go this way, shall we? This is the way to go." I've forgotten the code. Is it 307? Shit. 371? No, 307? Nothing happened because I forgot it. Did I take them both back? I did, didn't I? Should we put the first one back in? Yeah. No, I don't want to take it out, thank you. I think you can actually turn these over as well. Or one of them has something. Maybe not. 037. See, I was close. No, I don't want to take it. Stop it. This menu. I haven't played this game in ages. In fact, actually, I played it on, because I put this on my PSP. Because emulation for the win, people. It's so nice to actually go around, just on a road trip, or going to someone else's house so you can't lug your PlayStation 2 or your Xbox with you, and you can play your old favourite games. It's just, incredible. I've forgotten it again. I think it was 037. Please be right. Please be right. Yeah. Alright. We got code L. And this is the bit that we all dread. Oh no! Giant T-Rex! Oh, it's so scary! With those teeth. I mean, that is generally horrific, horrifying. I don't even think horrifying is a word, is it? Or is it? I'm probably using it in the wrong context. I'm completely confused. Don't blame me. So basically, all you do for this guy is just keep doing this, and he gets bored. Oh, you can't bite me. No. At least I don't think he can bite you. I'm kind of worried. I know he roars. Yeah, he does that. And then I'm pretty sure eventually he gets bored. You don't have to shoot him. Oh! Oh! Oh, yes you do. Yes you do. Oh no! No, Regina! I totally forgot. I didn't think you had to shoot him, honestly. That's probably why they gave you the slugs. Oh, don't make me do this all again, please. That's just harsh. At least I don't have to go back to the save point. I hadn't saved yet, so... Okay, in we go again. Going through the cutscene again. And I can't skip this cutscene. This game just didn't develop any skippable cutscene abilities, which is so frustrating. Because honestly, it's not fun to just watch the same cutscene again. But oh well, I can't do much about it. I'm hoping that the game volume isn't too loud, because the new system I'm using, which is Open Broadcaster software, it's recording my voice and the game volume at the same time, and yeah, I'm hoping that I put it on 30% for game volume, which I'm hoping with 100% microphone you won't hear much of that, or you won't get too confused and it might be like blah, 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 blah. I was thinking about doing subtitles, but in the end I couldn't be bothered. I'm sorry, I'm being lazy, but maybe I will put subtitles for the characters on eventually, but no, not right now. I'm not sure. Maybe I might be copyrighted for doing the subtitles, you know. I might be copyrighted for that. I don't want to get copyrighted. No, not me, Google. No, I'm a good boy. Bastards. Well, I'll probably get banned for that, like Microsoft's been doing on the Xbox One, which is so terrible. Banning people for swearing, like honestly, that's have you ever heard of freedom of speech? But apparently to Microsoft there is no such thing as freedom of speech anymore. I mean, I can understand that they're trying to protect because it was on videos, but if they're swearing in it, then they'll make it an 18+. There should be an 18+ option. This video is 18+. And then it should correspond with their email, which usually, if the little kid hasn't figured out that he can make a fake email with an older age and get an adult account, then he won't be able to watch it. I mean, you don't ban people for swearing. I'm sorry, you don't do that. That's just not right. That is breach of freedom. But then again, let's face it, America and their whole NSA rubbish, oh yeah, well, we're looking for terrorists, that's why we're, just destroying everyone's privacy and looking at everyone's files and records, and yeah, because that screams freedom, if anything, doesn't it? So you have to shoot him just as he goes to bite you. Bad T-Rex, bad Rexy. Bad. No. Go away, Rexy. I am not your meal for today. I am not a free-peace banquet, if you get that, because breasts and, yeah, I'm going a bit too much into it, but free-peace banquet, nah. Okay, so off he goes, because he couldn't take the shotgun bullets anymore. He was getting annoyed. Regina's one tough cookie. And we need to swap. And the reason I'm playing this on normal is, well, one, because it's harder, which makes quite a lot of sense, I'm sure. But two, because if you complete this within, I think it's under 5 hours, you get the unlimited rocket launcher. And if I'm speedrunning, that might help a lot. Although I need to check out what the speedrunning criteria for this game is, because most games have criteria. I'm not going for 100. Actually, I'm not even sure what would constitute as 100% on this game, because there's no collectibles. So, but I think 100% maybe the only thing that would constitute is that you save Gale at the end and you get Dr. Kirk. I think that's the only thing that might constitute to 100%, but I'm not entirely sure. So the Velociraptor's probably awake now, and the reason I left these off is because it's just too annoying to open them again, and it gives him time to get to me. So a little bit of strategy right there. And I think I'm going to end this episode here. I think half an hour is a good start, a good comeback. My neck is killing because of the way I'm sitting right now. I'm not on my usual setup. I'm trying something new. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. Or episode. I don't really know what to call it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, today's rant. I'm not sure how my content's going to go. When it comes to these videos, I may just rant about random things, mostly to do with gaming, and I'll talk about this game somewhat as well. But I'm not going to say I have a strict. I'm not going to have a strict criteria of information that I'm going to use for each video. I'll be talking about obviously 100% mostly gaming things, but also do little rants and such. But yeah, so hopefully you do enjoy this game. Gameplay, or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, sorry about the loss of music. Hopefully it doesn't kill the immersion, or me talking over the cutscenes, because that couldn't kill immersion, could it? Google, I don't know what I was going with there. I'm just going to save. Will you save your progress? Yes, I will. On memory card 1, because I have a memory card still. I don't think this one cost me too much money. I remember back when PlayStation 2 memory cards cost you like £1 billion because Sony were tight asses, but who could be surprised from Sony, huh? I mean, they don't let you use standard SD cards on their PSP. I had to pay like how much did I have to pay? £19 for a 16GB SD card for the PSP, and obviously because the PSP has a specific I didn't realise those respawned, but obviously the PSP has a specific memory card, because Sony doesn't want piracy. They really got around that one. Yeah, they usually cost extra, because I don't think they're being produced anymore, actually. from what I read up, they're not being produced anymore, or at least a certain type of one. I got like one of the certain types which is really fast and such. And I was like, yeah, I've got a unique card. All right. Also, I'd like to hear your guys. If you'd like to comment, please feel free to comment, everyone. Criticism, etc., etc. It's always welcome. If you're rude and insulting, then I'll just delete your comment. It doesn't take 2 seconds. Actually, I'm not sure, because with this new terrible Google Plus commenting system, I'm not sure how it works. But any criticism I'd love. I'd like to know your opinion on this whole setup I've got with the screen. As you can see, I've got 2 Jills, and that is Jill from Final Fantasy 13, who sadly was bigged up in the trailers as one of these awesome kick-ass bad guy girls, or bad girls, and then she gets killed off within like the first act, and you're just sitting there thinking, I didn't even get to fight her, and she looked pretty awesome. She could probably whoop me with her little, what's it called? A baton. She had no, not a baton. She had a truncheon. She had like a flip-out truncheon, almost. And it was just epic. And I know you get to fight her in Final Fantasy 13 too, but that's not doing her justice, That's not doing her justice at all. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now before I rant for like another hour while you're watching the memory card thing flash. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you did enjoy today's episode. And from now on, I'm not going by Judge Magister Phoenix. I've decided to shorten my name. I wanted a nickname. So I'm either going by Nix or Nixie from now on. I'm not entirely sure which one I'll prefer. I haven't really come to a conclusion yet, because I think they're both pretty cool. Anyway, thank you for watching once more. Have a great day, everyone, and take care, and I'll see you next time.